Hello and welcome to the NYRx Brand Less Than Generic Program webinar hosted by the NYRx Education and Outreach team. We will begin by defining the Brand Less Than Generic Program, also referred to as BLTG, and is indicated with the red superscript in the preferred drug list, also referred to as the PDL. On April 26, 2010, NYRx implemented the BLTG program, which is a cost containment initiative promoting the use of certain multi-source brand name drugs when the cost of the brand name drug is less expensive than the generic equivalent. This program conforms with state education law, which intends that patients receive the lower cost alternative. Brand name drugs included in this program do not require dispense as written or brand medically necessary on the prescription, have a generic copayment, are paid at the brand name drug reimbursement rate or usual and customary price, whichever is lower, do not require a new prescription if this drug is removed from this program, and pharmacies should submit claims with DIW code 9, substitution allowed by prescriber, but plan requests brand. Next, we'll discuss ways to access the BLTG chart for drugs within the BLTG program. Drugs in this program may be subject to prior authorization requirements of other pharmacy programs. Pharmacies should review the brand name drugs referenced in the BLTG chart and consider the number of patients on these drugs enrolled in NYRx to ensure proper stock of the branded product. To access the most recent updates, resources, and lists of current drugs in the BLTG program, providers and pharmacies should refer to the BLTG homepage located under the Programs tab. This chart can also be located in the PDL located on the NYRx homepage under the Resources tab, or you may locate the PDL on the Preferred Drug Program homepage to view the current BLTG chart when prescribing. We will now look at an example to explain the Brand Less Than Generic program. The BLTG abbreviation appears as a red superscript next to the drug name. In this example, upon submission for Victoza, the claim will deny for a submission request of the brand equivalent. Drugs in the glucagon-like peptide 1 receptor agonist drug class are also subject to clinical criteria, notated by the CC red superscript next to the drug class name. If clinical criteria is met, the drug will automatically process without the need for prior authorization. However, if the clinical criteria is not met, this drug will require prior authorization, also referred to as a PA. For information on how to submit a PA to NYRx, please refer to the NYRx Prior Authorization Submission Guide linked on this slide. Next, we'll provide some information regarding the NYRxEO team and how to contact us. The purpose and mission of the NYRxEO team is to serve as a liaison between all stakeholders and NYRx to support care coordination. This team assists New York State Department of Health and its stakeholders by ensuring members receive their medications in a timely manner, facilitate intervention and access for medically complex cases, provide detailed information about NYRx drug coverage, prior approval requirements, and NYRx enrolled pharmacies. The E&O team is comprised of clinical liaisons who are trained to support complex pharmacy cases, specifically for members who may have HIV/AIDS, hemophilia, are in foster care, have serious mental illness, substance use disorder, or hepatitis C. The E&O team serves as a resource for NYRx program-related questions and supports New York State by offering educational opportunities such as this webinar. The E&O team hosts virtual drop-in office hours for various audiences throughout the week. These sessions are available to all stakeholders. We welcome you to hop in, ask a question, and get support when it's convenient for you. Office hours are also available by appointment. If a particular provider or group of stakeholders needs support, this is especially convenient if it requires PHI discussion. For office hour inquiries, please send an email to NYRxEO@primetherapeutics.com. For more information about the resources and tools that E&O offers, please visit our webpage. This slide contains E&O call center contact information in addition to the E&O website, mailbox, and subscription service. The E&O call center can be reached by calling 1-833-967-7310 Monday through Friday, excluding holidays, from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Time, or by email at nyrxeo@primetherapeutics.com. Please note that if calling to discuss protected health information, or PHI, in the E&O call center, callers must have an NPI, or an individual verification number, IVN, which requires a provisioning process to keep member information protected. To find out more about this process or to request an IVN, send an email to the E&O mailbox. NYRx Education and Outreach Notification Service is a new, free service that keeps stakeholders up to date on the latest news for NYRx, the Medicaid pharmacy program. To register, use the QR code in the third box or click Subscribe today. And this concludes the NYRx Brand Less Than Generic webinar. NYRx Education and Outreach would like to thank you for joining with us today, and we hope that this information was helpful.